The U.S. government shutdown crisis has entered its final countdown. President Trump has signaled a rare compromise on immigration enforcement, adding a new layer of uncertainty to the deadlocked budget negotiations. If Congress fails to reach a consensus by 12:01 a.m. this Saturday, key government departments, including the Pentagon and the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, will shut down, directly unsettling market sentiment. The catalyst for this compromise was two incidents in Minnesota, where federal agents shot and killed civilians. On January 7th and 24th, two U.S. citizens were killed during immigration enforcement operations. Video evidence from the January 24th Pretty case directly contradicted the White House's initial claim that the deceased had threatened agents with a weapon. The incidents sparked nationwide protests, driving public support for Trump's immigration enforcement to a historic low. The Republican Party is also facing internal division over the issue, with even allies like Texas Governor Greg Abbott calling for changes to how Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, operates. Under pressure, Trump spoke with Minnesota Governor Tim Walz on January 26th. Reversing his previous hardline stance of accusing the governor of incompetence, Trump agreed to consider reducing the number of federal agents deployed in the state, promised to coordinate a DHS investigation into the cases, and dispatched a senior border affairs official to handle the situation locally. This policy pivot is essentially an attempt to balance quelling public outrage with maintaining a tough political image. This new uncertainty coincides with a critical period in congressional budget negotiations, shattering market expectations for a smooth passage of spending bills. The Senate needs to advance 6 appropriation bills totaling $1.3 trillion, including $64 billion for DHS, which itself contains $10 billion for ICE and $18.3 billion for Customs and Border Protection, to fund the government through September. While the House passed the bills last week, following the shootings, Democrats have explicitly demanded that the DHS funding be separated and its enforcement provisions revised to restrict federal agent authority, threatening to withhold support otherwise. Advancing bills in the Senate requires at least 60 votes. Although Republicans hold a 53-seat majority, they still need Democratic cooperation, giving Democrats significant leverage in the negotiations. With the deadline looming and the House currently in recess, even if a compromise is reached in the Senate, it's uncertain whether House members can be recalled for a timely vote. Should a partial shutdown occur, non-essential functions at DHS and the Pentagon would halt, forcing hundreds of thousands of federal employees into furlough, heightening market concerns about Washington's governance. Investors should watch 3 key signals: the potential scope of Republican concessions on limiting ICE enforcement powers, the possibility of an emergency House vote, and the short-term impact of a shutdown on defense and immigration services-related sectors. Safe haven flows could move towards assets like gold. While Trump's compromise offers a glimmer of positivity, the core disagreements between the parties remain unresolved, keeping the risk of a shutdown alive. Investors must stay alert to market volatility stemming from potential back and forth in the headlines.